has for you all. Just using me. Hi, thank you so much for sharing your Sunday with me. I am JB Bryan, President and Chief Investment Officer at JB Bryan Financial Group, the home of AfroEconomics, and we had fun yesterday. Indeed, it was today's Black Man and His Money in our Washington, D.C. office on yesterday, and the panelists were great. The participants were fabulous. It was a great day. So definitely check out, we did a live goodbye. Someone that was in the session was like really, really adamant about us going live, and because he was really enjoying the conversation. So I gave him a little bit of live at the end and just said, hey, it was a great day, because it was. I wanted to share, but I like to keep everything private as much as possible so that we can, when we're in that setting and you come out and you take that time and you come to the brunch and you come and you share these ideas. I mean, some of the panelists shared the most exciting stories. Those brothers are so on point. So I want you to know that when you come out to an event, it is not something that you could have sat at home and been able to participate in. No, it's not that type of party. When we do these, this is where you sit at home. This is it. But when we do live events like the Black Business Summit coming up in September in New York in our Times Square office, that's live. That's not going to be shared. I mean, I don't care about 100,000 views. I care about you being in the summit, me focusing on what's important to you, and you feeling comfortable and not worrying about anybody else's interpretation of what you said or what your goals are, what your challenges are, or how I can help you, other than the people that are in that room who want you to be as successful as much as you do. So today's topic is creating change. For things to change, it has to start with me, right? Hey, and then even more so, like what I'm talking about when I say change, because things are going to change even if you don't do anything to reflect on yourself. So know that things will change. So change does not even suggest that things are getting better for you. But we're going to work under the assumption that what I'm talking about when I say change is beginning with me, growth begins with me, progress begins with me. I want you to say that. My progress begins with me. My change begins with me. Like, you can change without growing, right? But you cannot grow without change. So we got to change, and our change is going to be about progress. So in the webinar, if you have any questions as I go through these key points that I wanted to share with me, some suggestions on how to create positive, progressive growth change in your life and for your business. So my first thought was that really what I want the underlying thought or energy to be on this is that we are creating financial change. AfroEconomics is about wealth development in the Black community, about progressing our wealth, assets minus liabilities, creating more wealth, not just buying stuff, not just, that's why you don't see me talking about materialism, because that's not what it's about. It's about wealth, and wealth is about when you get assets, they're generating income generating assets that are going to help you become and stay financially independent. I want to talk more about consistently. I want you to be able to depend on me to talk more about financial independence than just about retirement, because I believe that we should be thinking about financial independence all the time. Retirement is just some new idea that is a distraction, but financial independence could come at any age, and we need to continue to offer and grow and help the world. Sometimes people think because they retire that they don't have to provide a service or product or enthusiasm to the world anymore. No, it doesn't matter what your age is. You have something that I need from you. You have something that the world needs you, that only you can bring to the world. So we're talking about creating positive financial change. And how are we going to change or enhance our financial situation, take it to that next level to become financially independent consistently, is by focusing on yourself. Now, I know that there are a lot of people who say that we as Black people cannot become financially independent without some government program changing the way that things are. Now, so let's just say that we have like 100,000 people focusing on that. So I support that. If that's going to happen, I support that. That's cool. But let's just know that this one over here, I'm saying if that doesn't work out for us, because it hasn't. They haven't done it yet. It hasn't happened since Black people were brought to, or and some believe that we were here before the Mayflower. So since slavery, there hasn't been a program that was created in order to make, Blacks wealthy. So I believe that we're going to have to continue to focus on ourselves for this. Focus on ourselves for creating wealth and bringing that wealth to the world. Because my success benefits everybody of every color. And don't you ever forget it. Your financial success is of benefit to people who have no idea how important your Black financial success is, but it is. We can't, a nation can't afford to have 14-15% of its population that is not having the opportunity to be wealthy. That doesn't believe that it can without the government doing something to make it happen. So we don't even, AfroEconomics is not about that. AfroEconomics is about us taking advantage of every resource, every opportunity, all of the knowledge, all of the opportunities that are available to us, and creating the wealth by me changing and taking advantage of anything out there that I've skipped over before. I meet people all the time who, because of their religious reasons, don't take full advantage of some tax laws. The law. Don't take advantage of tax laws, tax opportunities, business opportunities, for particular reasons, like, my business, I don't really work it all the time, so I'm not going to do a Schedule C. We got to change that. So you're paying a tax liability. You're not making sure that you take advantage of writing off and organizing the expenses for your business so that you can write off the expenses associated with building a business that's benefiting everybody. So that's why the government allows you to write off the business expenses, but we're not taking advantage of that out of some sort of fear, some sort of habit, some sort of, you think it's okay, it's not okay. Or you don't want to draw attention to yourself, or Black people, are victims of audit, or whatever the misconception is that you have. You got to give yourself a chance to change every thought that is pulling you away from having the wealth that you deserve. We deserve to use and take advantage of all of the opportunities that are out here for us. In order to do that, it's got to start with me. It's got to start with me. So a first step is for us to make sure that we put ourselves into a healthy situation. You can't change unless you're healthy. So if you are, and I have one disabled brother that inboxed me, and he was saying that they're showing statistics that the majority of people that are going to be on disability in, whatever years down the road, they are saying that the majority of the disabled in the United States of America will soon be Black people. So we represent, 15% of the population or whatever, less than 20% of the population is Black. But they're saying that we're going to be the majority of the people that are collecting disability income. I have a problem with that. Yesterday, one of the participants in today's Black Man and His Money workshop, he shared that people are signing up for programs. They're signing their kids up for programs in school that are designated as disabled. So when they get to 18, the child cannot participate in the military, cannot do anything, and is labeled disabled and not given the opportunity to develop a mindset of I can do anything I want to do, because they meet some criteria at some point in their life and they never get out of it. So if that's what's going on in school, then as we're getting older, then that's how they can project that kid that has been said that they're mentally disabled in school because they were acting up, they're going to be an older person that's going to be on the disability roll. So we have to acknowledge that this has to be corrected. We have to make sure that if you have a family member and they're doing that, you have to make sure that they realize how they are labeling and limiting that Black child by doing that. And we have to realize that we have, if you know people who they don't realize how not taking care of their health is pulling away from their ability to be financially independent, we've got to share this video with them. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to develop, and so many habits are developed at young years, and they go, well, I'm doing this, but it's not affecting me. But as you continue to do it for 10, 15, 20 years, it does impact you. So we have to be conscious that we need to get proper rest. We need to get proper nutrition. Eat more. We need to eat more. Like, we're eating, but we're not getting what we need from our food because they're giving us crap to eat and buy, and we're buying it, unfortunately, with our hard-earned money. So we need to change it because it's affecting our ability to become financially independent and financially wise, because when we're healthy, we're going to make better choices. It's going to, eliminate the challenges that are leading to the stresses that are leading to our weaker and not as so smart financial decisions. And if we're not healthy, in the end, it's going to lead to losing your job or losing your business. You're not going to have the energy that you need. You're not going to be able to fully participate. So I'm just going on and on and on. But the first thing about creating change in your life is that we have to make a commitment to being healthy. We have to make a commitment. And I'm not saying that because I know we can't. And we know we can't. We can't all be, whatever the most fit person is that you know. That's not what all of us are supposed to do. They're supposed to inspire us. They are inspiration. There are people that do that for a living. But for those of us who live and work and do something else other than fitness for a living, we just have to realize that we have to make better choices. The bulk of our health is what we do after we take that hour-long walk, after we use that hour in the gym. The bulk of our health is what you do for those other hours of the day. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you preparing your meals? Are you, allowing yourself to be stressed out all the time? Stress is huge. So we have to make sure that in order to create the positive change and growth in your life, you have to make a serious commitment to actively love yourself and know that you're worthy of healthy habits. And then a second point is to get organized. And that's what AfroEconomics and our membership portal, it gives me like a computer program where you log in, and it allows us to just work on developing a snapshot of where you are financially, updating it, as things change, and that it's definitely cleaning up any financial stuff that you have out there that need to be organized. Having that section of your home where all your financial statements are and they're locked up, where your will is located, where everything that's important to you financially, having it organized and in a particular place, knowing your passwords, knowing where you are financially at any given time. You're worth it. and it's important. And change, I meet so many people, they go, I don't know, I have something in my old job, I haven't looked at it forever, blah, 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 blah. If for anything else, that the membership, is about, it forces you. And it's really the hardest part, because when you have to go out there and get the information for me so that I can help you, it is a huge challenge for people because we're all so busy. But if we just stay on it and we stay on it and I stay on it and I stay on it, eventually it gets all together. We move on forward from there and we get it to, but so clean up, get organized. And then a third point is to eliminate the energy drains, the money drains, the financial drains. Like, do you have like something that you're just totally wasting money on? Like you have let's just say, we know health is important, but you have a gym membership that's $150 a month and you have not been in there for the last, 5 months, even 2 months, and that's $300, wasted. You keep saying, I'm going to get to it. You've got to realize that what you need to do is at least you can just walk at home for free or walk at work. Or there's so many things that you could do other than going in there. Obviously, you don't like going in there, but that's just an example of places where you just could be just throwing away money. Or do you just, buy unnecessary garbage, and you just pick up stuff just because it's on sale or whatever it is? Get rid of the drains. Do you have a family member or a friend that every month, come the 15th, they have no money and they're just draining you and you have to help them over and over and over? I mean, it's got to stop. It's got to be done. No. Hey, you got your own responsibilities. That is a drain and you must find the strength to change it. So cut your losses. A fourth suggestion is for creating the change that you want is to just stop wasting time. We waste so much time. How do you waste your time? Like, right? What do you use your smartphone for? What is it for? Like, is it really just a waste of money and a waste of time? Like, or is it doing anything that's generating anything positive for you? Do you have like all these extra expenses that you're paying, and you waste time on using it? Or do you waste time just playing games at home? Or do you just waste time in stupid conversations, sitting around talking about people? Do you stop wasting time if you want your financial situation to get better? There's no way now, that I can think of anybody that you think that is extremely financially successful, and instead of someone that, say they won the lottery, we're not talking about them. But we're talking about that had to build it just like us through being productive human beings and, just had to work for everything because they never did. They never won the lottery, didn't get a lawsuit settlement, anything like that. They just had to use their time wisely. The majority of people that have multiple millions of dollars, they're going to tell you that they did not waste their time. They had to use their time wisely and stop feeling like things that are actually important are a waste of time. Spending the time with your family is not a waste of time. That is the best investment that you can make. Going to your kids' games, taking your wife out on a date, that's not a waste of time. Do you know how expensive a divorce is? A divorce is a waste of time. So let's make sure that we're conscious of how important it is to not waste time. And then get into the collection business. You got people out there that owe you money. Start collecting. They will not ask you for money anymore. So get into the collection business. Yes, we're talking about change. Well, I never asked for it back, blah, 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 blah. Don't ask for it back, but they have to be eliminated, one or the other. But, hugely start collecting. At least let them know that you're acknowledging it, that they owe you money. Get your money. And then value your time. Get a value to your time. You just go and do things and you think, oh, I helped so-and-so, all day on Sunday afternoon, and, that's okay. They're just my friend. And then they ask you, like, I've seen, like, especially women are guilty of doing that. They will volunteer every hour that they're not at work for businesses, not for the church, not for a nonprofit, for businesses. And even if you're volunteering for something and they're charging people to come, now if they're doing something free, nobody's making money, then that's cool. But you're there and everybody's making money but you, come on. Value your time. And then eliminate commitments that are pulling you down. You're doing this committee and it's, you don't like everybody on the committee irritates you. They don't like you. They frown when you walk in the room, but you continue to do it. Whatever the activity is, eliminate it, even though just because you made a commitment to it and it's killing you, it's draining you, it costs thousands of dollars every year to be in it or something like that, or thousands of hours or hundreds of hours or things like that, and you hate it, and you go home and you're talking about it, you're telling your spouse how much I hate this commitment, but you keep doing it. It could be some club or something. You keep doing it. So you're the one who needs to change, because it's not going to change. It's been that way. Everybody else having a good time, but you're the one that needs to get out. You're the problem, right? You're the problem. I was on a committee one time, and I could tell, like, there were members of the committee that just like did not like me. And I was like, in order for us all like to continue to be friends, like I'm going to eliminate myself. You got, you know what I mean? A lot of stuff to do. They were speechless, but it was the most gratifying, powerful thing that I did, that I said, hey, these people don't want me here. They don't need you. Eliminate yourself for the betterment of everybody else. Like, that's the nicest thing that you can do. Also, set goals. Create a plan to change your finances, right? Set goals. Everybody in the session that we had yesterday for today's Black Man and His Money talked about goals, setting goals, sticking to the goals, financial plans, everything. So, it's about setting goals. Setting goals. You haven't done it before. You haven't, haven't had a habit of doing that, or you set goals, you don't reach them. Hey, but it's about change now. That's what you used to do. So and people will say things like, I don't set goals because I never do them, or I don't make New Year's resolutions because I never keep them, or blah. I mean, really? Is that really fair to yourself to say? Just because you never did, you never will, and you won't. Every day a new beginning. I'm getting better every day. That's what you need to say to yourself. I didn't do it then, but I'm doing it now. I couldn't do it then, but you're not that same person. Now you can. So definitely set goals, create a plan to change, build, enhance, whatever it is you want, get after it. But you got to know what it is. So you say it at the beginning of the day, in the middle of the day, at the end of the day, say what it is that you want, get it. And then schedule your day, every bit of your day. I try to keep my schedule really tight and get disappointed when my assistant doesn't help me stay on that schedule that I set. I know a lot, she feels like, oh, you should make sure that you do it. But when you have an assistant, I'm sharing my income with this person. So my income being generated is very important to their continuation of their job too. So if you have a team, you make sure that they make sure that you are effectively using every moment of your day. Like one day they put a salesperson on my schedule, and I was like, no, that's my client time. That's my members' time. People, my team cannot put someone who's trying to do their job on the time where I can't do my job. My day is for me to serve you. That's what you want to do. Organize every moment of your day according to your day. They get mad, hey, that's their issue. become a customer. You get my attention, right? But you control every moment of your day. If you don't have the money that you want, if you're not making the money that you want, and then you say, well, I don't want to do that, I gotta be, well, then you're gonna stay the same place that you are. You don't do these things, you're going to stay or get worse, because it's really hard to stay. So we gotta do something to move forward, because just staying, it just doesn't happen. You can have a freaking sidewalk, cement, leave it there for 20 years, that sidewalk is not going to look the same, even if nobody even touches it, right? All of a sudden it's cracked. You're like, nobody even walked on it. You cannot stay the same. So you're going to have to take effort to get effort. If you don't, it's just going to get worse. You just get cracked up, weeds, everything's going to be jacked up. So you're going to have to start with you, create the change, do the building, make the changes, and move forward to progressive change. Progressive change. I got to control each moment of my day. I got to make sure that I eliminate all the nonsense. I have to be more effective with the time that I use. I got to be healthier, create more positive relationships with my children and my spouse and my partners and my loved ones. I have to create a better life. I know you're jacked up. Everything ain't nothing ever been like that for you. Well, that don't anybody that ever says that to you, because everything has always been so jacked up for you that it's always going to be jacked up, is one of those people that need to be eliminated. It's ridiculous. They're sick. They have a mental illness you're trying to avoid getting, because every day, every moment, everything can change for us. Everything. We know this. We just have to have the guts enough to go out there and get it and create and build the life that we deserve. So get support, financial support. Join things like AfroEconomics. Join something that's all about you. Join something that's not a computer program that you signed up for and people don't know you and you never get to talk to the person and you don't know, and it's some 800 number. They never treat you nice after the first time you made that first payment. And we keep doing it. And then you get all upset over that little teeny bit of money of something that is actually legitimately all about you. We got to change that. No, look at stuff that's legitimate that actually are about you. People spend hundreds of dollars on these services that say we will correct your credit score without you doing anything. So they're paying multiple hundreds of dollars a month just to be lazy when it really does not happen. When I'm saying that if we do this together, it's a fraction of the expense. You can repair credit, bills, debt, asset allocation, investments, whatever it is you need, and at a fraction. It's crazy. I really should be overwhelmed. I really should not have any time to even do this. I shouldn't. I'm going to spend, and that's one of the things I really want to say, spend less time doing things, and I should. Spend less time doing stuff that's free and more time doing things that are actually going to create income for us, right? That's why I don't do this all the time, all through the day. That's why I do it on Sunday night. That's why I stopped doing them on Wednesdays in the middle of the day, because I was like, Lord, I could be meeting with members. I could be talking to clients about their investment portfolio. I could be doing things in the middle of the day Wednesday. I can't do this when I did it for years on Wednesday in the middle of the day. That's money time. I said, no, I'm going to do it Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Nothing else I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Sunday night. First it was Sunday at 3 o'clock. Wow, that's hard. No, the Sunday at 6 o'clock. The time I said, no, I'll do Sunday at 8. Look at that. And I still got great participation. You know, we can make sure that we do what we need to do for free. This is free. So, but I can still give back to you, but it doesn't have to take away from my time where I actually can generate the income. But that's not anybody's fault but mine, that I used to take out like 2 hours out of the day to prep and do and this and that. And then I didn't realize how that cost me. You know, so you got to think about what is costing you. Dr. Williams says if you are doing, quote unquote, more than you are learning, it's time to do something different. I know that's right. He So basically saying that we have to focus on learning more, putting more time into you, putting more time, because the biggest investment that we can make is in you creating this change, Dr. Williams. You're right. Exactly. But we want to just do, and how people go, oh, I'm networking. I got to go to that event. They got out there and they drinking and they spend a couple $100 drinking with these people, exchange a couple cards. Nothing happens. How many times do you have to do that before you realize that it would have been a more effective use of your time where you were actually learning how to create or build your product or service during that time? Because that particular activity, whatever it is, now there are some times where you are doing things and it is effective for you, but you have to be very specific on what is networking and what is just really pseudo partying. What is just a waste? You could be with your family. So be very careful. Be careful. Don't just do. Make sure you learn, as Dr. Williams said. So get the support. And then everything cannot be free. That was my next point. Focus on income producing parts of your business first for your life, right? And then create products that cost more. No, we don't have to always, now I don't mean cost more like not cost more to you, but I mean that people pay more for. Because if you come into a habit of being broke, that means you're probably giving a lot away for free. So if you say, okay, I used to do this for, $5 or do this for free. And then all of a sudden you do put $100 on it. And then someone actually pays $100 for your pen. It's just a Sharpie. And all you keep thinking is it's just a Sharpie. But you spend that time learning and you enhance it and it becomes a stylish Sharpie. And it might have cost you $5 to put the stylus part on the bottom, but you created something that's amazing. And the world is looking for a stylish Sharpie. So you sell it for $100. But you, because of the old you, may have thought, well, no, it's just $250 and whatever it costs for the stylus, and that's all I'm gonna say. No. Because the value is not what it costs you to make it. The value is how much it is, how much that service or what this stylus Sharpie provides. That's what the value is, or how much someone will pay to have the stylus Sharpie. You got to create the value of it. You got to create the product, and then all of a sudden, because you said it's $100, you would be amazed at how many people are like, yeah, that stylus Sharpie is $100, right? Look at all these sneakers. People are paying $600, $700, $1,000 for sneakers, gym shoes that they never run in. Who created that value on it, right? The person selling it. You say, you want my name? You want my shoe? This is what it costs. Charge more. And create new connections. It was great yesterday at the group for the new connections that we all met. It's like everybody made new connections. We even had one young man who was a recent college graduate, and he made connections. He made connections with me. He's a graphic artist. I look forward to working with him. So like there are so many opportunities out there if you're willing to get involved with new groups. You know your groups. You know what they know you. They're not doing business with you. So try something new. That's why I'm in DC. That's why I'm in New York. That's why I'm in Virginia. I want new people. That's why I'm going to Atlanta in August. It's not easy. It is not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But you gotta have the guts to say, I want to meet some new people. There are people out there that need my service. There's people out there that deserve this product, and it's up to me to bring it out there. All right? You want to create that financial change It has to begin with you. I had to change my habits in order to enhance my financial life. No, I've never felt comfortable with blaming any challenge that my business has on the economy. No, you got to change. You got to change the way you do things. The economy and the business cycles are always going to go up and down. But at every point where the business cycle is, people are going to still need things to exist. So whatever you got to provide, you still have to provide it regardless of where the cycle is, but you just may need to change how you do things. You have to change how you do it. You might say, well, the economy and people aren't making as much money and I do a lawn service, right? Just say hypothetically, I hope the economy keeps doing great, 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 great. But in general, you have a lawn company and, people are like, oh, that's cost so much because they're looking at it monthly. So what do? You still got to make money. You go, well, you know what? Now you only have to pay by the week. Yep. I'll be coming every 2 weeks. You could charge the same thing, but you're charging them half now. And they're like, oh, wow. Every 2 weeks, boom, 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 boom. So your income, didn't have to go down, that you could have actually, you could say, well, instead of paying a month, you could charge them a little bit more every 2 weeks. But they're just glad that they don't have to pay that monthly large amount anymore. So it's about us. Stop focusing on them. It's about us. What do we need to do in order to create the financial success that we so deserve? What do I need to change about myself to create the financial strength, the independence, the debt freedom, the family, legacy, whatever it is, the business, whatever it is that you want? What do you need to do about you? What do you need to change? What type of network do you need to create? What type of mentorship? What type do you need to join AfroEconomics? Do it what you need to do. Dare to do it. Dare to create the life and the business that you deserve. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for everything. Don't forget, look out for the September Black Business Summit in New York and in Virginia in November. And I'm going to continue to do the webinars through the summer and the family reunion in Atlanta. I need to get that on the website. And it's not in Atlanta, it's like Lithonia. So I'm going to continue to promote that. There's a brother there that has the Black Dot Cafe, and he wants to do a book signing. And I said, we'll call it the family reunion, because that's that time of year. I love y'all. I really do. God bless you, and thank you for your support and your encouragement. And know that change begins with you, the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. Let it start with us. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.